And to Allah belongs everything that is in the heavens and that is in the earth. وَإِلَى اللَّهِ تُرْجَعُ الْأُمُورُ, and all the matters will finally be returned towards Him, that is for the final judgment. كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. O Muslims, now you have become the best ummah that has been created, that has been raised for the people, for the humanity at large. This ayah, we can say, is the replica of the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah. كَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. This is how we have made you the best ummah, the middle ummah, so that you become witnesses unto the whole of humanity, and the Prophet and the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam becomes witness over you. Now that was the purpose of the founding of this ummah. Whenever you found a party, first of all you fix the aims and objects. What are the aims and objects of the party? If you are founding an anjuman, a society, what for? You have to lay down, put down in black and white, these are the aims and objects. What for this big anjuman, this big society, this big ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why has it been founded? What was the aims and objects? The aims and objects. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. And in other words, the same thing. كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ. Now you have become the best ummah. You are qualified. You have qualified for this position of the best ummah that has been created, that has been raised for the mankind, whole of mankind. أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. What does it mean? Other people live for themselves, for their nations, for their countries. You have to live for the whole of mankind, for the benefit of the whole of mankind, to convey the message of Allah to the whole of mankind, to try to save the whole of the mankind from the fire of hell in the hereafter. That is the mission for which you have to live. You have to live for others. Other people live for themselves, for their own benefits, for their own welfare. But you have to work, you have to live, and you have to die for the sake of the whole of the humanity, to save them from the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ تَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ. The same thing. You have to enjoin whatever is good, whatever is correct. وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ. And you have to forbid from whatever is wrong, whatever is unjust. وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. And keep faith in Allah. Have tawakkul on Allah. Have confidence on Him. And you have faith in Him. وَلَوْ آمَنَ أَهْلُ الْكِتَابِ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. And if the people of the book had also believed, it was much better for them. They would have saved themselves on the day of judgment. مِنْهُمُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. There are some among them who have the iman. A few actually, they embraced Islam also. There are in them maybe potentially mu'mins who could have accepted and embraced Islam afterwards. مِنْهُمُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَأَكْثَرُهُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. But you know, the majority of them, they are of the rebellious nature. They are the transgressors. لَن يَضُرُّوكُمْ إِلَّا أَذًى. O Muslim, don't fear them. They won't be able to harm you except some timely, temporary and trifling hurt. لَن يَضُرُّوكُمْ إِلَّا أَذًى وَإِن يُقَاتِلُوكُمْ يُوَلُّوكُمُ الْأَدْبَارَ. And if they dare to go to war against you, to come in the battlefield against you, they are sure to show you their backs. They will turn their backs and run away. ثُمَّ لَا يُنْصَرُونَ. And then they will not be helped from any quarter. ضُرِبَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الذِّلَّةُ. Now this is the same ayah which we have read in Surah Al-Baqarah. ضُرِبَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الذِّلَّةُ وَالْمَسْكَنَةُ وَبَاءُوا بِغَضَبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ كَانُوا يَكْفُرُونَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ وَيَقْتُلُونَ النَّبِيِّينَ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ ذَلِكَ بِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ. It appeared there in the end of this 7th section. With a little difference, this ayah and the essence and the subject of matter of this ayah has been repeated here. ضُرِبَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الذِّلَّةُ. On them humiliation has been struck. Humiliation has been heaped. أَيْنَمَا سُقِفُوا. Wherever they will be found. Illa bihablim min Allah wa hablim min nas. Now here we have an exception. Except when they are in the bondage of some covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, maybe they revert to the covenant, then you know they will become an exception. Or they are in the bondage of a covenant or treaty with other people. This is the condition today. They are living under the protection of the Christians. They themselves are nothing. They can't survive. But you know, except for the help that they are getting from the whole of the Christian world. Now the matter of the fact is that they are actually overriding the Christian world. But this is a very temporary phenomenon. Very soon the tables are going to be turned. But at presently, they are controlling the policies of the Christian world. So to say, they have conquered the Christian world. First of all, they used the WASP, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. They were their tools. They were using them. But now they have conquered even the Catholic world. Because, as you know, the Pope had absolved them from the charge of crucifying Jesus. By a decree, the Pope has said that they are not responsible. The Jews of today, they are not to blame. Number two, you know, now the Vatican has recognized Israel. And there is going to be a diplomatic mission from Vatican to Jerusalem for Israel. So these events are casting their shadows, you know. And the things that have been prophesied by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are now coming very soon. Anyhow, the present condition is that they are under the patronage and protection of the Christian world. Illa bihablim min Allah wa hablim min nas wa ba'u bighadabin min Allah, and they incurred the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa zuribat alayhimul maskana, and weakness has been and humiliation has been heaped upon them. Zalika bi annahum kanu yakfuruna bi ayatillah. This is because they have been denying and belying the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa yaqtuluna al-anbiya bighayri haqqin, and they have been killing and murdering even the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without any reason, without any fault of theirs. ذَلِكَ بِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ. And to this end they have reached. Why? Because they had been breaking and transgressing the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they had been crossing the limits of Sharia. لَيْسُوا سَوَاءً. Again the same ayah. All of them are not equal. لَيْسُوا سَوَاءً. All of them are not equal, not similar. من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون. Among these people of the book, there are some individuals who are upright and who